Hello. Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and wrap this up by letting you know how you can get the 42 rental properties all paid off free and clear in the 10 years. You remember that? We got cut off in the last video. This is a brand new video. Please go ahead and listen carefully to this. All right, so just to recap, remember, we no longer are utilizing our checking and savings accounts. Our line of credit is our new checking and savings account, okay? Now, over the course of 5 years or 6 years, we've paid off not only our house, okay, but we've also paid off our car as well, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put some lines through this, right? Because we paid it off within these 6 years. Remember in the last video how we did that? Okay, so we paid those off. And not only that, within the course of the 6 years, guess what happened to our credit limit? Our credit limit increased to, let's just be conservative, okay? About 20,000, okay? So it increased now to 20,000 instead of the 15,000, okay? And that's being extremely conservative. There was actually a friend of mine, because she does the same thing in her credit. She said, hey, CJ, I got a credit limit increase, just like you said. I said, and tears actually came to my eyes. I was getting kind of emotional, couldn't talk, because it works. You know what I mean? This works. So the 15K has now jumped to 20,000. So now that we are done with our loans, okay, the mortgage is paid off, the car is paid off. Remember I said we need debt, okay, but we need good debt, okay? So we are going to get some houses. Oh man, this is the fun part, okay? So now we are cash flowing $3,800, all right, by utilizing our credit lines and our home equity lines of credit. Okay, now we're going to jump to the next level, all right? We're going to go ahead and find not just any property. How many of you know that there are plenty of foreclosures, people that are on the brink of going to foreclosure? Very sad, okay? But you can utilize this strategy to help those people out, okay? This is what I mean. You're going to find some money that's going to, be kind of emotional because they're on the verge of foreclosure. And you're going to come to them and you're going to say, you know what? I can help you out. What I'll do is I will give $10,000 to your bank, okay? 10,000, 10K to your bank, right? And you don't have to share this part with them, but you're going to spend $9,000 on the rehab of that property, okay? And just so that they can have like a first month's rent somewhere in an apartment, you're going to give them $1,000, okay? 1K. So altogether, that equals $20,000, and you're asking me, hey, well, where are you going to get that money from? Your line of credit. Absolutely. That's where you're going to get the money from. Stay with me. It gets more interesting than this. So now that you're spending the lines of credit on this home, let's just say it's an average house. You're going to run the rents of $1,000 a month. Okay, we're looking at $600. And by the way, this house costs about what, $100,000? Okay, that's about the average. So you're going to charge them $1,000 of rent. Okay, not the sellers. Remember, they're out of there. Okay, you're going to have renters now. You're going to have tenants. So you're charging them $1,000 a month. The $600, okay, goes to the mortgage and expenses. But the $400, where does that go? In your pocket. Absolutely. So you're cash flowing $400 a month. I know it's not a lot, okay? But watch this. That $400 a month, where's that going? The $400 a month is going in your cash flow, okay? So now you have $4,200 a month. So now that you're paying the mortgage, okay, on this $100,000 house, if you paid off a $200,000 house in 5 to 6 years, how long will you think it will take you to pay off a $100,000 house? About half the time, since 100,000 is half of 200,000. Do you think that's fair to say? Do you think that's being conservative? I think that's fair to say. Let's just say it takes you 3 years, okay? It takes you 3 years to pay off this house. Well, now this house is paid off. Has anybody ever heard of appreciation? Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So let's just say that this house has appreciated. And let's just be real conservative. Let's say it's appreciated over 3 years to $108,000, right? Okay, so $108,000, you got that paid off though, okay? So $108,000, and then you go to the bank. Absolutely. You let them know, hey, you tricked me. You didn't tell me about the home equity line of credit. You sold me on the mortgage, but now I'm smarter now, okay? Now what I want to do is I want to get a home equity line of credit. That's right. And I want to get it for, let's just say, $80,000. And then the bank looks at your history, looks, and they see that you've been utilizing the velocity banking method, and they're like, good grief. Of course we're going to let this guy or this girl do a home equity line of credit, and we'll give you $90,000, you know? And banks do that. Some of the banks do that, all right? So they give you $90,000 in a home equity line of credit. Now, it's important to distinguish between home equity line of credit and home equity loans. You don't want a loan, remember, because your loans, okay, the money goes out and doesn't come back, okay? What you're wanting is you're wanting to pay and then borrow again. Pay and then borrow again. That money comes back to you. You can utilize it to buy groceries. You can utilize it to buy some Air Force Ones. You can utilize it to buy a new shirt, new tie, a new anything, okay? Now, you have the $90,000 in your home equity line of credit. What are you going to do with that $90,000? You're going to do the same thing that you did over here. This house right here, you're going to do the same thing. But this time, you can buy 4 houses instead of just the one. So you can help 4 people out. So now this house turns into 5 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you got 5 right there. Absolutely. And then after that, because remember, all of these are going to be cash flowing at $400 a month, $400 a month, $400 a month, $400 a month. So 400 times 4 is what? $1,600, right? And remember, you paid off the mortgage up here, so that's $1,600 plus $1,000 a month, right? $1,600 plus $1,000 is what? $2,600? Did I do that right? Somebody correct me in the comments below. Isn't that beautiful? 1,000 plus 1,600 is $2,600. $2,600 a month. Okay? And you're adding that to your monthly cash flow. Now, each of those are valued at $100,000 a piece, right? But now you've got $6,800 in cash flow. And remember, when you're paying your home equity line of credit, the more cash you have in there, the less time it takes to pay off. And all of a sudden, if you keep doing it this way, you will have 10 properties free and clear. Now, if you don't think this is possible, I want to let you know that we are already doing it. And now it's time for you to do it. Of course, this is a very basic course, all right, in doing this, but I haven't come to sell you anything. All you need is the basics. Your brain will put things together as you make the calculations. If you need help, just reach out. We're here for you. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not giving you any websites to go to. I'm just giving you the information that I paid thousands of dollars to learn so that you could learn it and you can take control of your future. If you got any questions, go ahead, hit me up in the comments below, and go make it a great, not only a great year, but a great life. You got this.